I am going to explain about bacterial nutrition, that is the different types of bacteria, that is based on the nutritional types of the bacteria. So, nutritionally bacteria may be classified into two types, that is autotrophic bacteria and heterotrophic bacteria. In autotrophic bacteria, they prepare their own food. So, in autotrophic bacteria there are two types, that is photosynthetic bacteria and chemosynthetic bacteria. In photosynthetic bacteria, on the basis of color, photosynthetic bacteria fall into two principal groups, the green and purple bacteria. The bacteria synthesize their own food. The photosynthetic bacteria contains chlorophyll, which is chemically very much similar to the chlorophyll of higher plants. The chlorophyll found in the purple bacteria, that is bacterial chlorophyll, that differs chemically from green plants. So, green plant chlorophyll in several ways. As a result of this, the pigment will be pale blue or grey. The color is caused by the presence of various carotenoid pigments. And the next one is chemosynthetic bacteria. Actually, these chemosynthetic bacteria are pigmentless. Okay, these chemosynthetic bacteria that's not having any pigments, and hence they are colorless. But these chemosynthetic bacteria are autotrophic. They can synthesize their own food, and these chemosynthetic bacteria, they gain energy by the oxidation of inorganic compounds. Depending on the inorganic compound used in the oxidation, bacteria may be classified into sulfur bacteria, iron bacteria, hydrogen bacteria and carbon bacteria. So, in sulfur bacteria, what happens is sulfur bacteria oxidizes elemental sulfur into sulfuric acid. That is, the sulfur, the elemental sulfur that reacts with water and the oxygen, that gives rise to sulfuric acid, and you can also see the liberation of energy. And in case of sulfur bacteria, this sulfur bacteria can also oxidize hydrogen sulfide, that is H2S gas, so hydrogen sulfide to the elemental sulfur. These sulfur bacteria that oxidizes hydrogen sulfide along with the hydrogen sulfide gas, it takes some amount of oxygen also, that gives the sulfur, that is elemental sulfur. And oxidation of iron is carried out by the ferrobacillus. This is about the autotrophic bacteria. And the next one is heterotrophic bacteria. So, these heterotrophic bacteria are pigmentless bacteria that obtain food either by parasitic mechanism or by saprophytic mechanism. Let us see the parasitic bacteria first. They obtain, these parasitic bacteria, they obtain their nutritional requirement by parasiting other organisms, both plants and animals. So, these parasitic bacteria are pathogenic. So, if the bacteria, some bacteria that induces to some plants or animals, means they show some of the symptoms of the diseases. So, these bacteria, parasitic bacteria are pathogenic. So, these pathogenic bacteria secrete toxins which bring about the disease. And the next one is saprophytic bacteria. The saprophytic bacteria obtain food anaerobically, oxidizing organic matter. So, depending on the nutritional source, they may be classified into two types, that is fermenting bacteria and putrefying bacteria. So, in fermenting bacteria, they use carbohydrates. Fermenting bacteria, they use carbohydrates and they anaerobically oxidizes incompletely, resulting in the formation of alcohols. So, they forms the alcohols. So, and these fermenting bacteria, now they won't completely oxidizes, they oxidize incompletely. And the next one is putrefying bacteria. These make use of protein or nitrogenous matter as the respiratory substrate. So, that respiratory substrate, that is nitrogenous matter, that resulting in the liberation of ammonia and marsh gas, that is nothing about methane. The evolution of these gases could be commercially exploited. So, this is about the nutritional conditions of the bacteria and the different types of bacteria, that is based on the nutritional types of the bacteria. Thank you.